DIY projects don't always have to be about fixing and repairing. Sometimes it's just about beautifying. I mean, who doesn't love a dramatic before and after?
Sean, you got a couple of those honey-do list projects that really are going to improve our curb appeal.
We are going to install a new address plaque, mailbox, and flag bracket. Let's get this house looking good again.
So I noticed you have a screwdriver in your hand. What else do we need to get started?
We need some drill bits, tape measure, level. We're going to use some painter's tape in this project, but the key to this whole thing is going to be the drill.
We'll use a cordless drill and masonry screws for a portion of this project, but the real workhorse is the hammer drill.
And the reason why we need a hammer drill for this project is we're going into the brick. It's going to give us more power, making sure that our screws are going to be anchored safely into the brick.
But before we whip out that hammer drill, we unscrew all of the old and out-of-date items.
The first thing that we're going to do is install this address plaque.
We center and level the plaque on the column and mark the placement using painter's tape and a marker. Now, it's time to bring in the hammer drill.
So the pilot holes that we're going to need to make for these special masonry screws that we're going to be using to put the plaque on the column is a hammer drill with a drill bit specifically designed for masonry purposes. Now remember, when you're using a hammer drill, this is going to have a lot more power than a standard homeowner's drill. So you want to make sure that you're holding the drill very securely so it doesn't jerk you back.
Okay.
Now we've got our address plaque back. You can hand me one of the screws. The plaque is on the wall. And you might be saying to yourself, wow, the plaque looks great, but we have 2 blue screws on the plaque.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to take a Sharpie marker.
Just fill it in.
And just fill it in so it's a darker color.
Looks good, Sean. The pizza man can find us for lunch. Now let's move on to the flag post.
Sean measures the column for the flag bracket, so it's the same height as the address plaque. He then marks the pilot holes using a piece of painter's tape.
Now it's time for the hammer drill.
Hammer time?
It's hammer time, baby. Get your
right,
parachute pants out. It's time to drill some holes. So I did put a fresh bit into the hammer drill because the bits wear away pretty quickly as we're drilling into the brick. These drill bits are rated to make a few holes.
Okay,
so like
that's it.
from 3 to 10 holes.
Wow.
Okay, Ryan, I've got the first hole made. We need 2 more made. I want you to try it now.
All right.
Go real slow. You want the drill bit to catch into the brick, and then once it's caught, then you can go a little faster and harder.
Okay.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Okay, Ryan. Now, with the address plaque, we had to use blue screws, okay? Well, it turns out that Tapcon makes screws painted white.
Okay.
And those match the flag bracket perfectly, so we don't have to do any touching up once they're in place.
We screw all 3 halfway in. Check to make sure the bracket is still level, and then tighten them all up.
Okay, Ryan, we've got the flag bracket into the brick. Let's get Old Glory out and show our pride.
All right, there we go.
Now we've got one more thing to give this home some real curb appeal, a new mailbox. So at first, I just want to visualize where I want the mailbox. Then we're going to take blue tape, once again, and we're going to put a strip all the way across the brick.
Just like the first 2 items, we perform the same steps for the mailbox. Level, mark, drill, and screw into the brick. I think I've got this system down pat.
Okay, Ryan, we've got the mailbox onto the screws, and we're all set to go. That was the 3rd thing that we did for curb appeal. So we did the flag bracket, the address plaque, and the mailbox.
If you have access to a hammer drill, this project will cost less than $10 in supplies, plus the cost of your new items. And it took us less than an hour to complete these 3 exterior projects. These simple updates really spruced up this exterior. Next time I'm driving by in the Ram truck, this good-looking house will definitely catch my eye.